The following stream has been approved for all puzzle audiences by the puzzle general community.
What is going on, everybody? We just had one of the greatest matches I ever saw in Puzzle General Tournament history before this. And it's crazy to think we have two more matches tonight where things are just probably going to get even crazier here. As you can see on the screen, we have Group A action. We're going to be rounding out the end of Group A tonight. Cards of the Heart, who's 1-1, number one overall seed, got upset early by Ty, taking on Litenang, and this is a really crucial game for Cards and a little bit Litenang as well, which we'll talk about just in a little bit here. I'm joined by I Like Being Smart. Nicole, how are you doing after that last match?
I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock that went how it went. I was very excited to be a part of it. I'm very excited. And you know, Forky, I'm very excited to be a part of this because doesn't this have a little bit of the feeling with the four of us of the gangs all here again?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. This is 4 people involved in this match who started speedrunning in 2013. So this is definitely the OG cast here. Wow, I'm so glad I'm actually hopping on for this one. I couldn't be more excited. But I guess
I'm very excited.
Before we get into that action, though, we're going to have a quick tutorial video to show you by the players playing tonight, Cards of the Heart. So sit back and relax.
Pokémon Puzzle League is a Match 3 puzzle game first released for the Nintendo 64 on September 25, 2000 in North America and March 2, 2001 in Europe. It was re-released on the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console in both regions in May 2008. It is a Match 3 puzzle game in that if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also to send garbage blocks to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can prove to be very disruptive. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear, and then have the panels immediately above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you will have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. Easy mode has 11 stages, normal has 14, hard has 15, and V-hard and S-hard have 16. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players.
All right, we're rounding out group stage. This is going to be the last little bit we're seeing of this tournament format, but we have these 4 round-robin groups to start, and we're going to be seeing a best-of-5 speedrun race on the one-player stadium tonight. So the first player to win 3 races will end up winning the match. We're going to be seeing easy, normal, and hard difficulty. We're going to see at least 1 race of each for the first 3, and if the winner's not determined by that, we're going to see games 4 and 5 be played on any of those 3 aforementioned there. And the top 2 winners of each group advance to the final bracket. So it's provided a lot of chaos. I think this is for sure, like, probably the craziest tournament we've had so far in terms of upsets. If Gamer was able to win that last match, like, my mind would have been blown there. He played out of his mind, and he probably did deserve it, but TA deserved it just as much there. So I just couldn't have asked for a better race, to be honest there. But we'll take a quick look at Group A. We see Ty at top at 2-0 with that upset on Cards. Cards and 6 at 1-1. Lightning at 0-2. Like, Nicole, what is your opinion on this group? Just how it stands currently?
That tie upset just made everything fascinating with this group. And I gave, as the queen of the group of chaos from the Tetris Attack tournament, I gave my blessing to this group as the said, yes, you can beat a group of chaos this time. That is totally fine with me. Because after this, we have 6 and tie happening. So, but this group has been fantastic to watch. These are all fun players, great players, unpredictable players. So it kind of just makes sense. It became an unpredictable kind of group.
For sure, for sure. And the chaos is not over yet. Since Cards lost early, and he's probably the favorite in today's matchup, we have a couple different scenarios to show you right here. We'll start from the bottom. It's just a little convenient flow chart, though. But we have Ty versus 6 going on later. Since he is the current front runner, if he just wins outright, he gets that #1 seed. And due to a little bit of win-loss differential, Cards will probably get that #2 seed. Now, if Lightning wins the second match, that will lock. Assuming Ty loses, 6 has a chance to get #1 seed himself, with Ty still able to lock himself in. But Ty probably wants to get that win later to keep it, to secure it himself. I think you get that win and you get your place pretty much. But in the case that Ty and Lightning both lose, 6 and Cards will be at a tied record, and it's going to come down to how many games they lost in their respective matches today. So you can see if Cards lost more or tied. Well, actually, that's just for #1 and 2 seed. Ignore that little part. But still, #1 and 2 could be huge in this group here. So basically, Cards losing more, he's going to miss out on #1 seed. And if 6 loses more, then Cards gets the #1 seed. And I did the math this morning at the bottom here. The on-life support, Ty and Lightning, if they both win their match 3-0, Lightning can somehow squeeze into the top 2 here. It's such a long shot because you're asking him to 3-0 Cards of the Heart. I don't know if that's possible by anyone in the tournament.
Yeah, that's almost impossible to 3-0 Cards. Cards is a legend, and he is so solid in all of the panel games. And to 3-0 him is nearly impossible. But, I mean, it can happen technically, right? I mean...
True, it could happen. I informed him of that beforehand, too. And it's crazy. I'm very excited to see how those scenarios will turn out tonight. Once the conclusion of this match ends, that'll be more straightforward for this last match, though. So we'll have to tune in and see what happens here. But, I mean... realistically, this is the top and the bottom seed of group stage since Lightning did not submit any qualifying times. Granted, he is an OG player like we mentioned earlier, and he has a lot of experience in this game, mostly playing PvP nowadays. But, I mean, that 26:42 S-Hard time that he has, I'm pretty sure is 8 years old. So he was able to get a sub-30 way back when. I mean... with practice now, and he's probably a little bit warmed up as it's gone on. He went to Game 5 with Ty, who beat Cards. I would not put it past Lightning to give Cards a run for his money.
Yeah, so what I told when I was talking to 6 and Ty initially about Lightning ending up in this group, I told them Lightning can be spooky. That's what I told them, and he clearly showed that against Ty. But I think in this match against Cards, Cards is going to be the favorite here. We're kind of talking about Lightning going 3-0, but I think if we're being realistic, Lightning doesn't like easy and normal modes that much. He'd rather just play the harder modes if he's going to play anything. And I think I want it to be interesting, but if I'm being honest, I think Cards is going to go 3-0 here. for what I'm feeling. But it's going to be a good match. It's going to be competitive. But I just think Cards has the edge in easy and normal. And because those both need to be played, you know, it's going to be hard for Lightning to make headway here.
For sure. I probably have to agree with you. I'll give Lightning one game just because Cards, it's been a funky tournament so far. He hasn't gotten a 3-0 yet in this group stage. So maybe he's due for one, or maybe he's just likely to slip up again here. I don't know. Or just like RNG is not treating him well. I also have to wait and see, but that's all I have to say about this. Nicole, would you like to do the honors again?
I would love it. So we've got the first seed, Cards of the Heart, legendary from forever ago versus OG Lightning, coming at you, Group A action right now.
Oh boy, man, it's been a day. I can't really describe everything that's been going on.
Practicing very hard.
Is he really? I didn't even notice that.
He was playing very hard.
Classic.
That sounds about right. So the kind of mentioned it earlier a little bit, but the cool part is there was the summer of 2013 where this game, kind of as a speed game, really took off, and all four of us, Cards, Lightning, myself, and Forky, were all around at that time, grinding this game back on the Speedruns Lives days, and playing lots of S-Hard and not really having a sense of strategies, not implementing resets yet. So this match to me, as much as I want it to be a good match, but this match just kind of feels like home. Like, these are just the people I've hung out with for so long. It just, it's like
Definitely.
I'm just chilling back.
It was the early days.
Yeah, early days. But we are starting on hard mode here, and I just do think that makes sense from both players' perspectives. Like I said, Lightning is not a huge fan of the easier modes, and so I think it makes sense to start hard here. Both players doing really well. Cards has got that 9, the nod of approval. 13 is super solid as well for Lightning. So, and we do have the higher variance here. We do have the execution that needs to happen. So 4 seconds starting off, no big deal. We're basically even.
For sure. Cards, we were mentioning 2013, strats weren't really a thing there. Cards, one of the big guys to write the rule book on this, as you see, back-to-back 9s here. If you look on speedrun.com, he has wrote all the tutorials for this game, and you best believe he's going to be following through with those. He pretty much has every mode in this game down to a science.
And 22 there for Lightning. No real big clears, just kind of Brock timer scamming there. But yeah, Cards was a big addition because Cards wasn't there in like the initial. I guess I feel like I'm just dropping a history lesson, right? He wasn't there in like the initial OG wave. So he was kind of like the second OG wave, and that's when we started coming up with the strategies and kind of really crafting out what this game has become in the speedrun in front of you. So you'll have to stop me from going down too many memory lane trips here, Forky, but
I'm sure the people will enjoy it, and we got plenty of races I'm anticipating here too. So oh my, Cards, this is, I believe that was tied with his last stage. 11 seconds has been his slowest stage so far, and we're 4 stages insane. In, and Lightning's actually keeping up pace too.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, Cards is just doing Cards things, man. I've always told Cards I am his biggest fangirl. I will stand by that. So, and it's just, when Cards is on, his play is just so impressive because the precision he has to be able to pull off what he pulls off is just incredible to watch. A 13 there.
Yeah,
like,
pretty slow time from Cards there.
Oh, that's so slow,
very
man.
Unfortunate. We expect better from Cards there. 13's not really going to get it done. He is definitely feeling himself. I feel like...
I like that attack from Lightning a lot. Little unlucky, but very, very well done.
I feel like just that first week was a wake-up call for Cards, man. He is just, it looks like he's determined and focused. He's got like just stone cold face on him right now. Getting those nods after he does get the quick kills, keeping, you know, positive attitude here. It's like, man, it's going to be really hard for Lightning to end up getting the upset here. And I will mention, we said he has to 3-0 in order to have a chance still to get top 2. But even if he does drop this first game, he could still play spoiler and just try to win the match anyways to knock Cards out of contention. But, I mean, how's that going to happen with Cards, like, not even getting a single stage above 15 seconds so far?
Cards is on. Cards, yeah, I think you're totally right about the wake-up call because he's cruised through so many of these tournaments, right? But the level of competition has just gotten better. We got this wave of PvP players last year who really kind of came in and kicked all of our butts and made us pay attention and be like, yo, okay, we need to start stepping our game up here. These, like, Ty and Six and those guys, like, they really made us all, I think, kind of look up and focus and be like, okay, yeah, we may be the speedrunners, but we're not the gods here anymore. So
True.
Foxy Man too. Nice 16 from Lightning. Just so you guys know, if you think maybe perhaps we're kidding about like the Cards 13 being bad, like 16 is still a good time on hard mode. Like it's just Cards is just putting on a show right now.
Mm-hmm. He will get a 19 there, which, I mean, it's still a really good time.
Yeah.
It just slows him down just a little bit, but Lightning is probably just going to need some Bruno and Gary trolls in order to win this race because Cards is not slowing down whatsoever.
Yeah, Lightning sending good attacks, sending very solid, you know. It's sometimes being conservative in these types of scenarios is okay. You don't need to go super risky in a tournament scenario. You can send the X5 if you need to, if you feel like you can't get enough combos. So there's nothing wrong with sending a little bit more. So
thumbs up from Cards there, getting back to that sub 15 train. And I do want to mention, yeah, just like all the new players coming in, it feels like a different era because, like, I mean, there were some pretty talented players back in the day, but, you know, I feel like there's only a list of maybe 4 or 5 people you're like, all right, these guys have a legitimate chance of getting it. Now it's like, all right, maybe there's a top 8, a top 10, but these players who are coming in for their first tournament, like Gamer, are like threatening to make bracket. He was so close to doing it. 14 for Cards, too. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. This is a great hard run. My goodness. And like this isn't even that bad of a time for Lightning either. Like it's not like he's gotten super trolled. It's not like he's had these massive clears on his side. So it's always good to see the players playing well, you know? That's all we want. We want the players to play to their best and do the best they can. And then this Card, stop.
I don't think he's dropped a single double 4 combo yet, and they've just led to such fantastic kills.
Yeah, the double 4 combo strat in hard mode is it's like so good.
Look, he's gonna drop it here after getting that 5. Okay, he extends it out one more because that's safe on Lorelei. But he could maybe squeak out a sub 8 here, which would be absurd. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the math doesn't check out there because of loading times. But I bet he's on pace for the fastest hard time of this tournament by far.
I would agree with that hardcore. Lightning just coming up a little bit short, giving Gio a little too much time to find something. And that's going to happen sometimes. That's going to happen to a lot of us a lot of times.
There it is, the first non-double 4 combo from Cards here. And Bruno's actually lowering his stack a lot. This could be good for Lightning, but Bruno's going to stop clearing, and he's not going to find the blues in enough time there, though. So, unfortunately, not the troll Lightning was looking for. And Cards can breathe a little sigh of relief. He was a little bit upset with that kill. But, I mean, he's entering Gary under 8 minutes here. This should be, like, Probably
Dumb.
an 8:20 or an 8:30 time for him.
That's just dumb. Like, how do you do that in a tournament race, man? That's just so jelly.
Oh my, the lag chains. Cards ending this one with a bang potentially. I don't think Gary's gonna have some clears, but I don't know if he's gonna get there in time. That'll do it. Wow.
Jeez.
8:19 in the race spot. That's got to be the fastest. I think there's a spreadsheet somewhere.
Yeah, that's easily the fastest hard in this tournament.
Yeah, I don't even need to like double check it. I'm pretty confident with that statement. Cards starting off super hot right now. And you know what? Lightning's still on solid pace. He's probably going to barely miss out on the sub 10 here, but like still, like, even a low 10-minute to like mid 10-minute times, very good for this category, except when you're playing cards. That's the one exception.
Yeah. Maybe FFR Pro sometimes, but like, if you're playing cards, but for most humans, low 10 minutes, like a sub 10, low 10 minutes is a good hard time for the majority of humans.
Cards probably beating some players' average easy times with that hard time there.
Yeah.
Man, so, I mean, just based on what we saw initially there, this is going to be a tough one for Lightning. Unfortunately, that does officially knock him out of finishing top 2 in his group. But he has a chance to play spoiler here, and man, I don't know. He's just, I guess he's got to play a little risky. I don't know if he's like too familiar with the optimal strats though, since he doesn't like actively practice this.
Right.
But I figure he's just got to play a little riskier, just cut off his chains a little bit more, because he definitely has the ability to chain. This guy has been practicing
absolutely
level 10 non-stop on PvP servers, so that will help your speed. Though I must point out, he does prefer keyboard over controller nowadays, and I think
he does. Okay.
And I think he's been playing on controller now, because I believe he's on console, I want to say.
I would think so.
It looks like it is.
Yeah, that looks console-y. Ooh. Oh no. He dropped that chain twice in a row.
He's got the double fours, which it's actually like stalling out Gary a little bit here. And he decides to extend it, but he's not going to have enough garbage sent here. Look at Gary, pretty much nothing. Unfortunately, going to get the clear here at the bottom. But I think he's going to get it now.
Nice. Nice S-hard kill there.
GG's to him. He's going to clock in at 11:18 on the race spot. And I mean, what's your opinion? I kind of laid out a little bit of what I think Lightning needs to do, but like, what do you think, Nicole? Does he even have a shot with the way Cards is playing, or what can he do to maybe try to swing the momentum back?
Pick normal. It's what I would do here. Just because is what I would do. But no, I think just Lightning just needs to play the best he can, see what he can see, drop what he can drop. But if Cards is going to play like that for the other two modes, wow, I just don't know. I also just commentated the last match and of trying to get my words back, but no, if Cards is gonna play like this, I don't know what Lightning does except pick normal and pray.
True, and you are indeed correct. He is going with normal, and I would definitely agree. Like, normal's gonna have a little bit of a variance still. Like, Cards on easy mode, he's pretty much got that locked, barring some like random troll that happens. So he has chances on both, but normal's probably the better chance for him.
Yeah, and the thing is, regardless, you're gonna, whether you do normal now or easy later, or easy now and normal later, like either way, you're gonna have to play both of them. I just think from knowing how we as a community feel about normal mode, I just think like if you're gonna pick one of them now, just pick it now. Because it's very possible that, you know, Cards' normal time could be higher than the hard time he just got. I mean, we saw in chat, like, that's the 8:19 is like 15 seconds off world record. So,
yeah, what a crazy run to start it off. All right, we're gonna see if Lightning can turn the tide a little bit. Gary on normal and easy, one of the most annoying characters in these lower difficulties. So you're gonna have to send a little bit more to top off. Cards was a little bit short, and Gary got a clear on him. Maybe a second one here if he's unlucky enough. Ooh.
It's close.
He gets out of there very lucky as Lightning is struggling a little bit here. It looks like he does have Gary topped off, and I don't know where he's going. Maybe he's trying to go for the reds at the bottom, but it's not going to do him any favors. Cards off to a small lead here at the beginning.
It's about what's expected for normal mode, Gary. I mean, yeah, you want to get those insane times, but at the same time, you know there's going to be some more likeliness for trolling there. So, nice 11 from Cards. Double 4, some extra stuff.
The Cards Classic, we've seen that so much today, and I mean, very similarly in these beginning stages, those strats are very consistent. I think Cards loves to just go for a 4 combo start. Oh, he's going to get a 7 there, unfortunately, there. So now he's going for the combo spam full on. I love to see the adjustment from top players when something does not go their way. And look at this.
Right.
He's not going to get the double 4s at the bottom, but easily tops off Misty and gets a 16 to recover. It's Lightning two rough stages to start off this run.
Yeah, and as much as we like to say there is some variance here, like against a player like Cards, a 1-stage lead is very difficult to get past. Because even, you know, Cards gets that 7, okay, he just spams a bunch of combos because he knows he can do it. Like, it's just wild, like,
Ooh, sync 12s here.
Nice,
We love
nice.
to see that. Lightning still a stage behind, though. And Cards did exactly what I was trying to mention before, was he goes for the 2-4 combos basically straight off the bat and tries to incorporate a 5 or a 6, usually at the end of the 3 chain. If he can't, he might just try to spam it at the end here. So let's take a look here. He does the 4 combo early, so that way he ends it with the 6 chain. They're going to fall together here at the bottom, and that's what the consistent kills are giving him, these sub 15s. But look at Lightning.
He just knows that that's how it's gonna fall. Like, I feel like a lot of us just don't know that when you do that, that the other 4 will fall there. But then it does, and it's like, oh, it's magic.
It's if you do that second 4 combo when it's like disconnected from the chain early enough, it'll fall just in the right place. But it is like a lot of strict timing. If you see the opportunity to do it just back and forth and you don't have like that second 4 combo falling in your chain, it's a really good strategy, as we saw him do that a couple stages ago. And I mean, he's cruising off to a big lead here again, man. Cards looking to secure his spot in the bracket.
Lightning's still playing well too. He had the 11, he just had the 19 there. Like, again, not bad play at all. You know, obviously it's not like we're trying to be like so biased against Lightning. It's just the skill gap is just, I don't want to be a jerk.
No, it's huge. Cards, watching him progress over the years, it's been crazy. And like, he did a big Tetris attack grind for the longest time to try to improve his speed and incorporating combos, and that is definitely helping him in these early stages for Pokemon Puzzle League, because he's so consistent. He'll get like a combo in every single part of his chain. And if he doesn't, he's got the quick backup to do it. 15 seconds. Man, so impressive.
That Sabrina troll there. You see, I've always known Cards as the combo guy. Cards to me has always been the combo guy. It just, I think of Cards, I think of this man knows how to make combos. Even back in the day, you know? Like,
13. He's having like one of the best performances of this tournament too. This has got to feel good potentially leading up to bracket stage here. If he does get the 3-0, he is for sure locked into the bracket, I believe.
right, I think so as well. If he 3-0s this. And a nice 13 from Litenang there. And like we were saying, you know, sometimes, you know, as long as you're starting with a combo, if you start with a 4 combo, even if you don't get the second one, you're increasing your chances of getting those quicker kills. So for maybe newer players, like you want to find a 4 combo first to start your chain. And then you will be on your way to getting some quicker stages, at least in these earlier rounds. So it's a great place to build your fundamentals. Here we go.
Yeah,
we go,
Litenang
Litenang.
is... I mean, he's doing what he needs to do. Like, I feel like he's been playing pretty solid today. I'm actually very impressed with his play.
Yeah, no, he's been playing great today. It's just Cards is just on another level right now.
Ooh, Litenang almost got a little bit of luck there. I was expecting maybe those yellows got to drop down the right side or him to clear those blues, I believe it was, on the left. But Giovanni was not playing around, and Cards, final 3 stages here, only playing to Bruno for this difficulty, and we're going to need to see some trolls here at the end. But Litenang, he's keeping pace. He's doing what he needs to do.
Yeah, and when you're an underdog, that's all you need to do. You just do what you have the ability to do.
Whew.
You know, oh my goodness.
Are you ready?
You know what's crazy? This is going to be a great time still. And it should be lower than his hard time, but there's a chance that his hard time could be faster than this still.
Yeah, that's wild. Oh my god.
Perfect timing there. He knew exactly when to pop that A combo so it wouldn't delay his chain block, and it led to a 10-second kill.
He's loving it in that webcam. He knew. He knows he's on. He has to know he's on today. Look, there's no way you play this well and just not have that sense of nice.
Oh, he does drop the chain early there. Couldn't find what he was looking for, and he's going to opt for some combo spam. That was a really nice 5 combo to top that off.
That was pretty.
But it looks like that will do it there. He does end up going under his hard time, and of course, 8-11 also just a spectacular time for normal Cards.
Yeah,
of
that's
course,
a really good normal time.
just playing so well tonight.
Because if we've been saying like sub 10 for hard is good, like even like for normal times, like if you're getting in like that like 9 to 9:30 range, like that's really solid. You know, sub 9 is obviously good, but you know, low 9 for normal is still a really good time.
Are you ready?
You know, looks like, you know, Litenang's still on pace for a sub 10 here, which can be solid depending on your opponent, but
For sure, for sure. He cooled off a little bit here at the end, but that's, I mean, probably just a little bit of the magnitude of the opponents, too. Because they were moving a little bit faster. They're prone to get some clears like they just did on Litenang there and erased literally everything he sent. All right, he's trying to find this follow-up. He's still a little bit short, but he's probably going to find a bigger chain here. Yeah, he's going to extend this out. He's like, I just want to get this kill. And, oh, man. Yeah, he's definitely extending out a lot here.
Yeah, the problem with that is you just give them time to look and...
Can't win 'em all. I'm gonna take you down.
I guess since he knows that he is out of this race right now, too, maybe just getting a little bit of a feel, making sure his chains are still on point, you know, maybe extend it out a little bit just for fun for the audience, too. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. If you're watching the race chat and you know you've lost, like, you can, you know, try to show up a little bit, you know, show to the crowd. You can make sure your own fundamentals are okay. You can do what I do and just be like, well, this match is going on forever. I don't really care anyway. So it just, those can be exciting in their own weird way. But Lightning?
Yeah,
Lightning?
I was a little scared there for a second. Had that high left pillar there. I was like, please don't pull a me, because I can't tell you how many times I've just raised my stack too high and died doing stupid things in this game.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, he does clean it up there. A little under sub 11 there. You know, it was a pretty good run overall. Just a couple little trolls here and there at the end. But that will give Cards a 2-0 lead, looking for the clean sweep, looking to lock in his bracket time here. Or, yeah, his bracket placing, I should say, rather. I don't know if this man can be stopped. I want to believe in Lightning, but we're going to easy next, which is probably arguably Cards' most favorite matchup here. So...
Right. If there's one matchup where I'm like, oh, Cards is most likely to win this, I would pick easy.
It's going to be tough, but I mean, you never know. Like, one bad stage and Lightning is just like popping off somehow. I think this could definitely turn the tide. Also, the official race times for that last race were in 8:09 for Cards and a 10:53 for Lightning.
And again, not... Oh, I mean, you ideally want your normal time to be lower than your hard time. So, good job there at least, too. But yeah, as we're going to easy mode, I don't know. Lightning can pull some shenanigans, but we'll have to see. Cards is just looking sick right now.
The important thing to watch for this matchup, though, is going to be Gary and Brock, because they're both going to be the ones that don't raise their stack, and it's probably where that separation can occur. So if Lightning can get 2 consistent kills here at the beginning, he has a pretty good shot of doing it, but it's going to be really reliant here on Gary and Brock. We'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, and a lot of the easy matches this tournament have come down to Gary and Brock. It's really incredible.
Oh, and that's not the start you like to see from Lightning here. He's going to try to get this quick follow-up, but unfortunately this chain's going to break a little bit more. Cards himself didn't top off Gary at first, but I don't think he's going to get to the clear. So Cards will be the first one through Gary here at a 15. Does Lightning have him topped off now? If he drops this purple, I don't think so. Oh, what is...
Yeah, what? Okay.
I was like, all right, he's going to maybe go to the right and try to drop it, but he moved it to the right and then decided, oh, no, I'm going to go back to the left. I love the CPUs in this game sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, what did... We take those. Okay, move forward.
That was a beautiful lag chain on Card's screen to set up this very great kill. I mean, he's cruising on easy now, too. He got through the 2 most difficult stages in this run so far, and now you're going to be seeing a lot of what we saw earlier with the 2-4 combos, 5 or 6 combo, and cutting it off at a 3 chain here. Let's see if he does exactly that. Oh, no. Oh, he's just going to go for a fancy lag chain. I respect it.
Hey, that works too. If you can do that fast enough. Oh, wow.
All right, Lightning is through the first two difficult stages here. He's going to need some pretty good consistency here. I still believe.
I do too. It's absolutely possible.
All right, yeah, Card's cutting off at a 3 chain. Very smart there. And look, Lightning, he gets that 12 second. That's going to be good for him, but Cards almost matched it. So Lightning will make up 1 second, and 1 second could mean all the difference at the end.
Absolutely.
Ooh, I don't think Lightning wanted that clear at the beginning, and then it happened to just fall into a chain afterward, too. So he's just going to roll with it and get a 5 chain off of this, it looks like.
Yeah. That should be fine for Lightning. Yeah, I don't see anything there. And an 11 for Cards. You know, just another day at the office.
True. Didn't get the double 4, though. I mean, with easy, the double 4 isn't as important. It can matter
absolutely.
a little bit, but maybe Cards doesn't even elect to go for that half the time. I wish I paid attention a little bit more to his easy times, but yeah, he's gonna get it here though. So he probably does prefer going for it still, because it's more consistent. Even when the opponent manages to get a 2 chain on you and waste even more of your time here.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... I feel like with easy mode, it's definitely preferred that it's not required as it is as you go up the difficulty chain. You can kind of do like a 4 combo, 5 combo kind of thing, still with a 3 or 4 chain and get a similar effect. Kind of what I like doing for easy mode, honestly. A little bit, but it's not required, but it certainly helps.
This man cannot be stopped. He even needed the extra line there and accounted for that and still got a 13-second kill on Sabrina.
For Lightning, again, 18, not bad. Fun fact, 18 is not bad.
It's not. It's just, it's hard when you got this side-by-side comparison here.
Yeah.
Cards, unfortunately, he did have to send that extra line again here because he didn't get that second 4 combo garbage block at the bottom. But he's still going to clean it up for 12 because his follow-ups are just so fast.
Yeah, they really are.
All right,
Lightning with the 20. I don't know why he did the 5 chain. Sometimes I know you can get caught up in a chain and it kind of keeps going. He didn't really need it, but it's still okay. It's still safe at least.
It's consistent, and I don't know, maybe Lightning has already accepted his fate at this point too.
Yeah, that's probably... Oh no. He's been switching his blocks too quick, and I know that can get frustrating too. So sometimes if you're tapping a little bit too quickly and switching your blocks, sometimes you just want to be safer with bigger chains to not try to do those last minute swaps. We do end at Geo here. Oh, okay.
Man,
Still
even with the
14.
clear, yeah, still 14 there. I gotta think a Lightning, as I mentioned earlier, it's gotta be just being a little rusty on controller as well. But I'm glad to see him still have a little bit of that consistency. But it's looking very grim for him here. Cards of the Heart, last stage on match point to secure his spot in the final bracket, where it looked scary when he lost week 1. But a slow scroll there from Geo, and that'll do it for Cards with a very low 6-minute time. Man, this has got to be the quickest set of times we've seen in the tournament. All 3 of these modes went super well for Cards.
Yeah. And he's got, after week 1, he's got to be feeling good about that. I know week 1, he was really discouraged and was just like, didn't know. And I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're at the top. and you start getting challenged as you really have to go into your own game and figure out what to do to get better. You know, a lot of the greats, that's what they do. And I really feel like Cards is one of the great players in Pokemon Puzzle League speedrunning, you know? And for him to get spooked like that by Ty, you can tell he buckled down, and I know on race nights he was practicing different strategies and trying to figure out if something could work better, you know? So he's still honing his craft after all this time, and I really do appreciate that. You know, because we've been around for a hot minute. And Lightning finishing up with that 13 on Geo. His official time is going to be 7:27, which
Man, I'm a little speechless. Like, Lightning even played pretty well. I think this would have been good enough to potentially get him wins over Six or Ty earlier on. But
you too.
Not with a red hot Cards of the Heart. I'm getting some words mixed up there. But man, that is something else. Cards, he knew what was on the line, and he bounced back pretty well. One of the best to do it in this game. Cards of the Heart will be winning this match 3-0 in a dominating performance.
Yeah, and if I'm people like, if I'm the second, if I'm the first seeds in these groups, I am wanting Cards really badly to get a first seed. If I'm like people like K-Man and FFR Pro, who pretty much have the first, or who definitely have the first seed wrapped up in their groups, I do not want Cards in this form falling into a second seed scenario.
For sure, for sure. We'll know that in just a little bit there. You love to see Cards giving the thumbs up. You got to imagine he was pretty happy with his performance today, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I do not see... Those are some solid times.
We'll take a quick glance at the bracket once again here. As you see Cards 2-1, we have a potential of 6 beats Ty later on to have a 3-way tie of 2-1. But I believe with the way Cards has performed, his one loss was a 2-3. So he's got a big points differential right now. And if Ty ends up losing this next match, he's going to have a really bad points differential. So it all comes down to this last match. Ty, if he wins, he's in the bracket. If he wins, he's in the bracket. Cards is going to be rooting for 6 here, because if 6 wins this match, I believe Cards has got #1 seed locked up. Unless 6 3-0s, actually. If 6 3-0s, I think 6 still has a chance for first seed here. But, I mean, This group is still up in the air.
It really is. The only thing we know is that hopefully Lightning will join me and the others in Redemption. I hope he'll hang out, and if he doesn't want to, that's cool. If you want to hang out with me some more in Redemption bracket, that's cool too. So, but yeah, that's kind of how I wasn't expecting Cards to play nearly that well, if I'm being honest, but like, that's kind of how I was expecting this match to go overall. Just a solid 3-0. And yeah, if you are watching the Twitch stream, Ty versus 6 is coming up next. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in to our Pokemon Puzzle League 2021 tournament. Any final words, Sporky? Because you're better at the closing out thing than I am.
Oh, you're doing a great job. Don't sell yourself short. But yeah, it's been crazy. Like, Cards just dominating here. This next match is going to be possibly the most hype of the tournament. And considering what we've seen already today, that is a big statement. But I'm very excited. The loser of this match, the Redemption bracket's even going to be stacked here. After I saw Gamer player, I just keep giving him props throughout this match. But like, he played so well, and both brackets are not going to be free afterward.
Not even close.
Alrighty, but that's going to do it for us. Stick around if you're still on Twitch to watch Ty versus 6. Otherwise, if you're on YouTube, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.